Here we have for sale our 2019 on a 19 plate Vauxhall Vivaro. This is the limited edition Nav van. It's the 2900 model. It actually has just over a 3-ton gross vehicle weight. It's got the 1.6 CDTI 125 brake horsepower engine, and this is the L2 long wheelbase and the H1 low roof. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Vivaro limited edition Nav van of this age. We'll also talk you through a little bit about the condition of this particular vehicle as it is currently available for sale. So starting at the rear of the van, you can see that we've got rear barn doors. What I mean by that, 2 doors which open in that sort of direction. As standard spec, you get colour-coded bumpers and colour-coded mirrors, and you also get integrated rear parking sensors there in the rear bumper. Just a note on condition, there are some very minor marks here on the top of the bumper, as to be expected for any works commercial vehicle. But if we open up the rear barn doors here, we can have a look at the condition and things inside here as well. And as I mentioned, this has been a tradesperson's van. This hasn't been used to go to the shops on a Sunday, as vans are not made to do. But if we open up the rear doors here, we can see the condition in the back here. So this is brand new ply lining in the rear of here, fully ply lined, stop any outward dents, and obviously protect the van from any load that you're going to be carrying in the back of here. You can, as I just demonstrated there, by pulling on these handles, you can open the doors up to their 180-degree position, like that, for maximum accessibility. If you're going to be loading with a forklift in the back of there, that's very handy to do. You can also see that we've got the factory-fitted bulkhead in there, which is just bolted in around the outside. There's no sort of permanent fixings there. As I say, you can remove that very easily if you so wanted to. A lot of people will convert these into camper vans or maybe put extra seats in the back, and in that case you may want to take those rear seats out. But as I say, this gives you a really good look at the condition here in the load area. And so if we then look down the passenger side of the vehicle, you can see, having a look in the reflections there, you can see how straight and clean this vehicle is on the bodywork, all in very, very nice order indeed. You can see that we've got the gloss black 17-inch alloy wheels, which are all in very good order by the looks of it. Also, as part of the limited edition spec, you get these extra decals on the outside. So you can see that we've got the black Vivaro decals there going down the side. You also get them on the bonnet and just on the top of the roof just there as well. And I think all things considered, with the metallic silver, the black wheels and the gloss black decals, I think that does set the vehicle off very, very nicely indeed. As I mentioned, you get colour-coded bumpers and colour-coded mirrors, and again that all adds to the look of it. And you get front fog lights as well. I'm not sure if you can pick this up in the camera here, but you've got this very nice LED daytime running light there, sort of like an eyebrow light, as I like to call it, which, as I say, certainly in the flesh and in lower lights, looks absolutely fantastic. I think that's a very smart looking van. Again, looking at the front here in terms of condition, of course you're going to get the odd stone chip and things like that, but overall this is looking very, very clean indeed, as hopefully you can see on the camera just there. If we go into the cab, we can have a look at the spec that you get inside as well. So the spec is very, very similar. As I say, they call this the limited edition Nav, which, as I say, is a bit of a special edition, but it's very, very similar to a Sport Eve, but with a couple of extra bits, as I say, things like the alloy wheels, the decals, etc. And if we have a look in here, we have electric windows, electric mirrors. You can see that we actually have 2 full remote keys for the vehicle as well. If we look just through the steering wheel there, you can see that you get auto-activated lights, and you also get auto-activated wipers as well. These buttons on the end of the stalk, that controls the onboard computer, which is just up there in the middle of the dash, and that's where you can see the mileage, which is 24,840 miles, so lovely miles on this example. And you can see that the van is running there at the moment, so you can see it's idling, and it's all idling correctly. There's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. You get a very nice multi-functioning steering wheel, and you've actually got your cruise control settings on there, which are very, very nice. You can activate your cruise control or your speed limiter using this button just there. So up for the speed limiter, down for your cruise control, and you can use that button there to turn the start stop off if you wanted. Comes with a nice little phone holder there as well. Looking at the driver's seat, we have plenty of adjustability on the driver's seat, and you've also got the driver's armrest as well. Just one thing to note, there are a couple of small stitches there that seem to be missing. Doesn't sort of have any effect on the use of the seat by any means, but maybe just an aesthetic thing to bear in mind. Turning the steering wheel to the right hand side, you can see that we've got the radio controls there behind the steering wheel, and you can also answer and hang up the phone using that as well. 6-speed manual gearbox to go along with that 125 brake horsepower bi-turbo engine, so very, very good on the motorway, and so when you combine that with the cruise control as well. And the other thing you get is this very nice screen. So if we click on the radio button here, you can see that we've got DAB radio, and if you go back to the home, you've also got sat nav on here as well. So as I say, 2 pieces of spec which are very, very nice to have. Of course, you can connect your phone to this via Bluetooth. You've got the option as well of a USB and an AUX port if you want to connect your phone that way as well. Plenty of storage here up on the top. You've got another little sort of glove box area up there as well as of course the main glove box down below. 12-volt socket just here, little cup holder which folds out. On these vans you've got an eco mode, so as a sort of default it'll run in its most economical setting, but if you want it to sort of unleash a little bit of extra power, you can push on that, and it's great for overtaking. You can lift the seats up like this, just using the tab at the back, and that gives you some access to some storage there underneath. Or the other thing that you have, if I go around to the other side, is you've got the load through hatch. If I leave that up actually, you've got this little red tab there. If you pull on that, that then opens that up, and I'll show you what that is for. Now if we just go back around to the passenger side, just while we're out here, gives us another chance to look at the condition down the driver's side of the vehicle, which is all in very good order. Let's say if we just go back around to here, if we open up the side loading door, as I say, it gives you a chance to have a look at the bulkhead. You've also then got this loading hatch just here. If you pull on that, it fixes onto the bulkhead via a magnet, and then you can load all the way through. As long as you've got the seat in this position just here, you can pull up this hatch and you can then load all the way through into the passenger footwell. And it is incredible the length that you can get in here. I believe it's around 4 meters that you can get on a long wheelbase Vivaro from the back all the way through to the front. So if you've got 3 meter lengths of pipe or anything like that, great to put those all the way through. As I say, fantastic to be able to do that. Or you can actually, if you need the third seat, you can put the seat down and then you can load up to this point here. So you can still load through there underneath the passenger seat. So it's a really versatile system, and as I say, just gives you that extra option, whereas a lot of things may need to be delivered to site or maybe would otherwise need to go on a roof rack or in a pipe tube. As I say, you've got that option there where you can get it inside. We've actually put this vehicle through our workshop as well, so we've fully serviced it. I believe we've replaced some of the brakes as well, so it's all in good mechanical order. We've checked all that out for you already. If you'd like to inquire on this particular vehicle or any others that we currently have advertised on our website just there, bridgenvans.co.uk, feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We'll be, of course, more than happy to talk to you about any of the stock items that we have, or maybe something that you'd like to source. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can take cars or vans in part exchange as well. Just before I go on this particular van, of course, bear in mind that it is covered under manufacturer's warranty until, I believe, March 2022. And of course it is Euro 6 as well, so you can take this into the ultra low emission zone areas such as central London without having to pay the ultra low emission zone charge. Thank you very much for watching.